Hi everyone, this is Donny Lowy from Closeout Hope you're doing well today. Today I'd like to discuss with you why there's such a big market for wholesale clothing in New York. There are many retailers who go to New York to shop for wholesale clothing, and at the same time, there are many wholesalers selling wholesale clothing in New York. But the question is, why is that situation arise in New York? So the reason is, New York to begin with has the ports either in New York or New Jersey, so a lot of the shipments come through New York. New York also has a very large population, so there are a lot of retailers set up in New York. And once you have retailers, then you're going to also have wholesalers set up to supply that clothing to the retailers. And now, because New York is an international destination, you have many tourists that come to New York, which in turn gives the clothing stores more business, which in turn gives them a bigger demand to buy clothing. So the wholesalers set up in New York and they increase the merchandise that they have available to sell to those stores. Now, once New York has gotten that reputation for being a center for wholesale clothing, you have a lot of international buyers visiting New York to buy clothing, which in turn also increases the demand for wholesale clothing, which encourages more wholesalers to set up shop. Now, also what happens is, since everyone now knows that there's such a big demand for wholesale clothing in New York, the brands themselves set up showrooms in New York. You also have jobbers who look for closeouts and sell those closeouts within New York. They can have showrooms themselves, warehouses, or they work out of storage facilities, and then they'll bring their clothing to the stores, to the buyers. Now, since there is such a big demand and supply in New York, that ends up becoming a cycle which helps itself grow. And as you attract more buyers to a location, you also attract more sellers, and the more sellers there are, the more buyers that come in turn. And the best part about the clothing market in New York is that there is such a large diversity of different types of clothing, from brand names to boutique to private labels clothing, that there's something for every buyer. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. My website is closeoutexplosion.com.